Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Angeles Forest. Just beautiful day for a drive, and what a great car this is to have a drive in. This is Sam, and thank you for joining me.
Yes, sir.
With your Porsche 944 Turbo. What a good example this is. It's very clean and very original looking, anyway. And I haven't had a go in one of these in many years. So tell me about this one.
I got this about a year ago, and since then I've done all the maintenance and then upgraded the turbo to a K27.
What did it come with from the factory?
A K26.
Okay.
So 2-inch inlet to a 3-inch or 2.75-inch inlet.
How much power is that worth?
Ballpark 40 or 50 over what it was.
Oh, well, that's a bunch, isn't it?
And it was dynoed at 240 before I did that at the wheels.
At the wheels? Yeah. Before that. So now we're talking maybe 300, maybe high
but dyno 310.
And what do these things weigh?
About 31.
Okay. So pretty light. Yeah. Not super featherweight, but
Miata light.
And the last time I drove one of these, it was like a fast Miata kind of. That was a little roomier. So I'm excited to get a go in this one. Let's do it. I'll give you the option. Do we want more open sweepers or tighter corners for this guy?
Sweepers are pretty good.
Sweepers? Okay.
It's got some pretty stiff sways and KWs, so. Alright,
so we'll do sweepers. Pretty roomy if you're a big guy, actually. You kind of have to gangsta lean a bit. but overwhelmingly, you know what, I realize I'm talking to the audio recorder. I'm not used to the camera in the middle yet. My friend John Scheller, shout out to John Scheller, U.S. Marine Corps, went to Afghanistan on deployment and left me his 89 944 Turbo for 3 months while he was gone. The third day I had it, I was rear-ended at a light, and the car was almost totaled. And so I had not enough 944 seat time. The car's fixed now. It's all good. But by the 3 days, I was like, oh my God, this thing is super good. Oh, this feels very nice. Redheaded stepchild a bit of the Porsche family, the front drive cars.
A little bit.
You know, I kind of see, at the same time, it's like, oh, you don't see them very often, but like, I do see them, but they're ratty. I don't see good ones very often.
And this one was taken good care of.
Where did you find it?
I found it on Craigslist in Madison, Wisconsin.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get it and drive it back like a boss? You did?
Yeah.
How was that drive?
It was awesome. I had Kelly Moss Motorsports check it out in Madison. They said, buy it.
Cool.
So I flew out with my wife, who was 7 months pregnant.
Brave woman.
Yeah, very.
Wow, it's got really good balance. It's fun. It's got good on-center steering. The shifter throws are long but direct. It's nice. Oh, there's the power, huh? Wow. That's pretty quick, man.
It's not bad.
That feels nice. Oh, this is good. This one has the airbag steering wheel. The one I had the wheel before this, which is the worst steering wheel ever put into a car. Like every 80s Porsche had it.
Yep.
Terrible.
This was the first production car to have a passenger airbag.
Really?
Yeah.
What year is this? 90?
87.
Oh, wow, it is old.
Yep.
Why did the one I drove not have the airbag?
86 had the square wheel, I think.
Maybe it was an 86 and not an 89.
But then rest of world, you could still get that steering wheel after 87.
I like the way this thing like loads up on the on-camber corners. It's good.
When it takes a set, it's nice.
Yeah. It kind of is like a faster Miata. It's a great view here too. These old school cars have these thin pillars, so like you can just see out of them in like every direction.
And I feel like you're a lot closer to it than a lot of newer cars too. So you get
closer to the windshield.
You get a better field of view.
Yeah. That's a trademark Porsche thing.
Yeah.
Like if you go sit in an 80s 911, the windshield is like here. It's crazy.
It puts you out there.
I like when you get into it, high RPM, man. Wow.
Yeah, the bigger turbo really comes on after 4.
Yeah, it really pulls up top. That's nice. It's liking this road.
Yeah, the stock one is good for kind of mid-range torque, but this is a lot better for winding it up.
So when you said you had to do a bunch of maintenance and stuff on this, what did that entail?
Well, the guy who had it before me didn't have the records for things, and if you let the timing belts go, they'll just eat the engine.
Yeah, so you had to assume that nothing was ever done, right? So when you took it apart to do the maintenance, did you find that a lot of things had been done and it was preventative, or that you saved the ticking time bomb?
It was mostly preventative. The belts were in good shape. When I had the intake off, all the valves looked good from the top side. I mean, it's good peace of mind.
And this is what? What's that mileage? Is that real?
It's 113, but the odometer does something funky if you reset it while you're driving.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it says
hundreds.
It looks like it says 313, and I was gonna be like,
by the end of the year it'll be like 6, because every time you reset the odometer, it jumps. I had a fun time at the DMV trying to convince him that it was only 100.
Yeah, did you have to do TMU, or did they buy whatever you told them?
They bought it. Yeah, I took it to AAA.
You don't want to trust. I put TMU once on a car because I just couldn't be sure, and it turned into a massive headache later. Piece of advice to go to the DMV: if TMU is true mileage unknown, it means your odometer's broken or you bought a car. Unless you're certain that you will not know the mileage,
ever,
it's a big pain in the ass. Yeah, you don't want to have to deal with it.
I'll just keep hitting it until it resets to the right one.
Yeah. Well, I did. I just drove a Scirocco with over 300K on it. That was surprisingly, pretty good. Maybe not quite as nice as this, but on the same level. Aside from a little bit of lightly toasted paint. All right, what's first gear about? Wow, yeah, at the top of first, it's got a really good shove. This thing is nice, man.
It's fun.
It is fun.
It does really well on the track.
Do you take it to the track?
Yeah.
Where do you like to go with it?
It loves Big Willow.
I bet.
It loves the big sweepers of Big Willow. Entering turn 8 is, I still haven't gotten the bombs to go flat, but 120 into turn 8.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
I still back off just a little bit, but
you need to be in a downforce car to go properly flat into 8 and 9.
Well, I study the Jack Olson videos every time before I go, and that guy can fucking drive.
Yeah. Jack Olson, yeah.
But he just goes flat into turn 8, so we'll see.
Do what only I am brave enough to do.
But I'm only 10 seconds off his time, so I figure it's not too bad.
What is he driving? I forget.
It's like a 71 911 kind of RSR tribute.
Oh, yeah.
But, big, meaty tires.
Dude, this is such a fun little car, man. Is now the time to get in on the 944 bandwagon, or is it too late?
Last year was the time.
Yeah.
You can still hop in, though.
I could only have a turbo. I imagine this wouldn't be nearly as fun without the turbo.
Well, I had a Miata before this.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would I get a regular 944 when I have a Miata?
That's kind of the same thing, yeah. What is your everyday car? This is the daily.
Yeah.
Oh boy. How does it do as a daily?
Stop and go can suck, but when it opens up, it's fun. The express lanes on the 110 are fun.
It's really happy at allegedly 80 to 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if I were to have that information, I would guess that at 80 to 100, it's quite a happy car.
It pulls really fast from 80 to 120, no problem.
That's like the meat of fourth.
Yeah. Fourth will go, 125, 130-ish.
What a lovely car.
It's been a treat.
And this was a U.S. market car, I'm guessing, because of speedometers and stuff like that. Not a German import. It's weird, I guess. I'm not seeing a lot of these coming out of Germany. I suppose they're not quite valuable enough that they're worth importing at this point. But I imagine in the future we'll start to see one. There's got to be some hiding in Japan. They're all hiding in Japan somewhere. These old school turbos are great, man. They have nothing below $4 grand in that.
Once it spins up, it's I kind of wanted that trait, because it felt like an 80s turbo.
Yeah. Dude, the older turbo cars were really fun. I just drove a Lancia Delta.
No way.
That was so cool, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad I wasn't disappointed by this. This too. Look at that. And your temperature seems that gauge is working, it seems like your engine is
It runs really low.
happy. Does it run cold?
Yeah.
It's also a fairly chilly day. I mean, it looks nice and sunny, but it's in the low 60s today.
And the only time it ever gets even up to the midway point is when I pull off track.
Yeah, right at the cool down, the after cool down lap.
And then I have to kind of do some parades around the parking lot.
We've all been there. I've had to do that in brand new cars.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then I don't feel bad.
I usually do it for the brakes more so than the engine.
Yeah.
But I have had to do it before, yeah. You know, on days when you go to Willow and it's 118 degrees, you know, and you're running hot laps and you've also got your air conditioning on and stuff, that's when I've had to do it before. Rare. This is such a fun little balanced thing, though. It's nice. It doesn't feel necessarily like other Porsches. It's got its own
character.
thing, yeah. But it doesn't make it not good. It is good. Have you tried a 968 before ever? I've never driven a 968.
Not yet.
Someone out there, if you've got a 968, I'd like to try it.
But there's guys on the forums who are turboing them and just making
Turboing
crazy
968s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like it would be a cool idea.
500-600 horsepower.
Really? Is it
Nuts
that
in
much?
this car, yeah.
Oh man, that'd be so fun.
And then there's guys for these who bore them out to 3 liter.
Yeah, 'cause it's a pretty big bore 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
Cool car, man. Really
Thanks.
cool car. Can't believe it's your daily. Good for you. You're a proper motoring enthusiast.
It's got a back seat, so it's a family car.
You ever seen The Prestige? I have sacrificed. That's you. Look around. Do you know where you are? I've sacrificed. This is awesome. Thank you so much for bringing it out, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. A lot of fun.
Check out Sam's Wheelwell to see where he goes with this car. I can't wait to follow it along myself. And check out my Wheelwell. You want to see what's going on in my automotive life. And yeah, if you're in the market for a different and interesting 911 alternative, it's still a fun to drive car from Germany from the 80s, 944 Turbo. About it. Thanks for coming down.
All about it.
Thank you for watching, and I'll see all y'all later.